Hello, I'm Simon LeBron.
And I'm Warren Carolla from Duran Duran. You're listening to Love Lines with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
Just for you.
Why do I hate that?
You know, you'd think those guys were gay if they weren't getting laid all the time by spokesmodels. Hey, it's Loveline. Phone number, 1-800-LOVE-191. And back to the phones we go. Turn that down a little there, Mike. Thank you. Tara?
Yeah?
You're 18?
Yes.
Are you crying?
Yes.
Okay.
What's going on? Tara?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Uh-oh. Wait a minute. This isn't the same... No. Did we talk to Tara a few days ago we couldn't speak to because she was crying? Oh, okay. That was someone else?
Yeah.
You know I will hang up on someone who's crying if they can't articulate themselves.
I'm fine.
Okay.
What's going on?
Well, let me start at the beginning of the semester. I had knee surgery, and it was a basic orthoscopic, and then it got infected.
Mm-hmm.
My hematocrit went down to 14.
Her hermetic what?
Where were you bleeding from?
My leg, it wouldn't stop.
Oh, boy.
I almost died in the hospital.
How bad is 14?
It's bad.
Is 20 bad?
Yeah.
Drew doesn't know.
No.
Drew, you don't know.
No, it is. I'm just figuring out in terms of what it's...
What was it that went down to 14?
Hematocrit. So it means her hemoglobin went down to like 4. Should be around 14. So it's like she lost 3/4 of her blood volume, basically.
Wow.
And I have a Hickman catheter in my chest.
Why? For transfusions?
For
or
antibiotics.
So you got an osteomyelitis, too, on top of that?
Yeah, it was a staph infection down to the bone.
Mm-hmm.
What's the Hickman catheter?
Hickman catheter is a catheter under the skin that goes into the subclavian vein here. It's just a port.
Just a way to feed you?
No, it's for antibiotics. You plug into it. You just, instead of having to start IVs all the time, it's directly in.
All right.
I'm pretty self-conscious about that. While I was in the hospital, my dad left when I was in about 8th grade, and we'd kept in touch, and then when I was in the hospital, he went back to his home country.
Which is where?
Iran.
And did this whole thing start because you had to get some arthroscopic surgery?
I don't know.
Oh, of course it did.
Oh, yeah, not my dad, but yeah, everything. Yeah, it did. And
Let's talk about your dad's being deported back to Iran. I mean,
listen, guys,
all this stuff. I mean, you went to the hospital to get. I've had arthroscopic surgery,
just because
very minor surgery. I know. Stop sticking up for the doctors for a second. I just want to clarify this. You didn't have any problems.
No.
You weren't a hemophiliac or anything like that.
No.
You went in to get some minor surgery.
Yes.
Okay.
But any surgery can have a bad outcome.
Yeah.
Any surgery.
The doctors did not know what to do for me. They were just in shock.
Okay.
And then I haven't talked to my dad in 2 months. He doesn't even know that I was that bad in the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
I'm back in school now, and I finally caught up with everything. And my boyfriend of a year and a half is breaking up with me.
Okay. All right. So, Tara, it's understandable you'd be just, devastated.
Well, how's all the medical stuff going now?
I'm getting the Hickman out on Tuesday.
Right.
Oh, all right.
You're walking okay? The leg's okay? Everything's healing?
No, I'm still not walking right. I'm not on crutches anymore, but I'm not walking as well as I should be.
But you will.
I'm hoping I will.
Yeah.
I'm so frustrated.
At 18, first of all, at 18, to have your physical well-being violated is extremely traumatic. You still haven't, the intactness of your physical body is still an important part of your sense of yourself and your security. And to have that challenged is extremely difficult at your age. So that's something you've had to deal with.
Yeah.
To have your father abandon you in the face of all this is phenomenal.
Well, he left when you were 8, right?
I'm in 8th grade.
But she had a relationship with him, and then he just took off.
8th grade.
Yeah.
Why is he going back there?
Because he's an asshole.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute, Iranian guy, asshole?
Oh, stop.
Hold on a second.
Come on. Send those letters to Adam Carolla, Caroline Wilkins.
He's got to be the only one. That's all I'm saying.
And then now my boyfriend is breaking up with me.
Yeah, and then add that up, and who wouldn't be depressed? It would be bizarre.
I'm on antidepressants.
What are you taking?
Serotonin.
Yeah. You need to talk. Do you have a therapist? You talking to somebody?
I'm going twice a week.
All right.
I'm just not. I don't understand why he's breaking up with me, and I don't.
Listen, everyone gets broken up with. That's it. It may be bad timing for you, but it may not have anything to do with your situation at all.
And let me put a different spin on I don't understand. I don't understand why he's leaving you really means I can't accept that he's leaving me.
Yeah, listen, I never understood why I got dumped. I just got dumped.
But you can't accept it. When you can't accept it, you want to understand why. And
All
the
right.
why is he's a separate person with separate feelings, and he's changed.
Yes, when it rains, it pours. It's a tough time.
Well, no, wait a minute. You're being very glib about this.
Well,
these are a series of major life events.
It is. I just, here's what I'm saying. We're not going to put a dent in it. I really don't think we can.
You know how you can? By just showing her some kindness and connecting with her a little bit and just wishing her well.
Okay.
That's something.
All right, shut Drew's mic off for a second there, Mike.
Tara.
All right, I'll talk to Tara for just 1 second. Honey Buns,
Yes.
it's a very difficult time. I know it. I've been through many difficult times myself. Drew, believe it or not, in his storybook Fairy Tale Life, has been through some very difficult times. But it will pass, and you will be stronger. And actually a better person for it. All the people I know that are better people and stronger people have had to overcome a little adversity.
Well, something else happened too. One of my friends died of a heroin overdose.
Good friend?
I went out with him in 9th grade.
All right, no, but Tara, don't start looking for things.
Yeah,
to
don't
add
start.
on.
Don't open the yearbook and try to figure out what happened that you can tack on.
We were still friends.
But I understand
Okay.
it's just yet another loss, and loss is the things that humans have the most difficulty dealing with.
Yes. All right, you'll be all right. Just concentrate on your health, and I don't know. Go rent Caddyshack or something. I mean, I don't know what to say. Don't kill yourself, and then just push through it.
Push through.
And you'll be fine. Susan,
Hi.
you're 26.
Yes.
Oh, I'm so glad I'm not miserable anymore. I'm just Luke.
You just make the rest of us miserable.
The funny thing is when I was miserable, I was much nicer. Now that I'm happy, I'm an a-hole.
Yeah.
How do you explain it? Susan,
Yes.
what's going on, you 26-year-old minx, you?
Got a question about, I've heard you guys talk about that you don't really think that people who have been sexually abused need to tell their families. Is that...
We've sort of said a position we take is we don't necessarily feel that they have to go confront their abuser.
Okay.
Sexually abused by who?
My older brother.
Well, I guess we may have given advice to that in certain specific circumstances. In general, however, I think your parents need to be given an opportunity to be parents.
Yes.
And you need an opportunity to get support in a realistic way from the people that are important to you. Okay. So I would generally advise you to tell your parents particularly. And I would, if my daughter, something happened to her, she didn't tell me, I live in fear of that I couldn't help her deal with her, find ways to help.
You mean you get another nanny?
Oh, cut it out. You're correct.
You have two, don't you? Okay. Susan.
Yes.
What happened to you?
Well, my older brother, he's 3 years older than me, and he abused me when I was like 10 and 11.
For how long? I mean, from like 10 to a year there? Or?
I don't remember exactly. It was probably 1 to 2 years.
Really?
Yeah.
And what did he do to you?
There was no intercourse or anything. It was just a lot of, he tried a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
But it never happened.
Mm-hmm. And how's he doing now? He's got kids?
Mm-hmm.
Great.
He's got 3 boys.
Three boys. Oh boy, the Dalton gang is rolled into town. Oh, I like to tag these kids like caribou right now. If I'm in charge, this is what I do. Listen, kids, no offense. Daddy's a little nutty. I'm just going to tag you. Keep an eye on you. Don't worry. No one's going to take away anything. No one's going to do anything. Stay on the straight and narrow. Everything will be fine.
You mean to tell them if they just shoot them with a dart gun and then tag their ear?
Well, they'd ask questions. The point is
aliens.
We just need to keep an eye on you. We need to chart your migration.
Maybe 2 little dots right here.
So he's got 3 boys.
Yeah.
And
I've actually talked to him about this.
And what did he say?
Well, he apologized.
Okay.
And it went... I never used to be able to see why you said don't confront your abuser.
Why?
Well, why we would say that?
Well, I never...
Well,
the reason we say it is
we don't have a policy. It's just some of these cases where the person was sort of living vicariously through their abuser.
Right.
Or that's not the right way to say it. They were so consumed in it, and we were more like, why don't you get a little therapy and see if you can move on?
Here's the deal. If somebody is severely disturbed from having been abused, they may not be able to manage or handle the feelings that come with that if it's not handled carefully. The person they're going to confront, we already know is crazy, and who knows how they're going to react. And the third thing is it's not really clear what they're going to gain from that. It's not like the whole episode, the impact is going to be magically erased.
Right.
In fact, nothing may happen except more trauma.
Well, the problem.
Well, they may rape you or something while you're
that's the
you're
point.
confronting them.
Yeah.
What was his excuse? Did he have any?
Not really.
Anything happen to him?
Probably. I mean, it was a split family, and my stepfather a couple times was physically abusive to him, and definitely verbally abusive to him.
Stepdaddy.
And I don't know. My problem is now I don't feel like I have the right to be still angry at him.
Well, you can.
You know, and it's confusing to me. So I'm kind of seeing.
What do you mean you don't have the right to? Those are valid feelings.
I talked about it, and I said, I forgave him and all this because I was in therapy, and it was kind of the thing to do. You know what I mean?
Hey, if you haven't forgiven him, don't forgive him yet. And maybe be honest with yourself about what the feelings are.
Yeah.
It's understandable. I mean, you're stuck back there. You still got to work that through. Unfinished business.
And listen, blame mom, too. If I said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. There is a pedophile, a verbally, physically drunken, abusive a-hole in every bar, on every corner in America. But it took Mama to go get this guy and bring him back to the chicken coop. And I know that sounds sort of misogynistic, but please, moms, for the sake of the kids, once you do have a family and you decide that you and the original pops aren't getting along, don't be a little bit selective about the next guy.
Yeah.
Can you imagine this? Some stranger coming in, he's either sexually abusing or physically or verbally abusing your kids? How alien. Drew, close your eyes for a second. Are they closed?
Yeah.
Imagine, just imagine, God forbid, something should happen to you and Susan, you guys break up. You go your own separate ways. You move into like some condo in Pasadena. You're dating a couple stewardesses, having a good time. Wearing those pants that lace up in the front and in the back. You're sort of rediscovering your youth. Susan starts dating some guy. Name is like Chuck. Chuck likes a little nip of the sauce. He's okay with kids when he's sober, but look out. Could you picture this guy disciplining the kids?
Oh my God!
Coming in the room at night.
It's just.
You better stay married.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there's a happy thought. You okay, Drew?
No.
Okay. All right, we're going to go to break, and we'll see if we can get Drew a little therapy in the next 4 minutes.
The phone number for Loveline is 1-800-LOVE-191. Loveline, I'll be right back.
Top new rock.
94.7 NRK.
New rock alternative.
Hey, bada. Hey, Loveline. Ace Rockola. My partner, Dr. Drew. Phone number, 1-800-LOVE-191. And it's back to the phones we go. Barbara.
Hello?
You're 23.
Yeah. Okay, I have a question. Okay, every time, somebody calls in and they say, something's happened to them in their past, and then Dr. Drew says, do you have tattoos or piercings and stuff? I have tattoos. My husband has tattoos, and, everybody I know has tattoos.
Boy.
Nothing's happened to them. So I was just curious about how, he could come to that conclusion, or, because, the lady before told me it was, statistics or something.
Well, where are you calling from, the airport?
No. I'm at work, so I'm, sitting outside.
Where do you work?
At an adult boutique.
You're fat.
Oh, Drew, please. You don't know that. She has a deep voice, but that doesn't mean anything. Are you a big gal, Barbara?
No, not really.
Oh, okay, not really. What do you sell at the adult boutique? Let's forget about the whole tattooing thing. Here's what we're saying about that. What Drew calls aggressive piercings, and if your body's covered with tattoos and you can't even find any flesh, any bare flesh, unmarked flesh, you look like if you ever go through downtown L.A. and you see one of these freeway underpasses or something, like that, graffiti. but on your body. Or if you have like a bone through one of your ass cheeks. But, yeah, a couple of tats, that's fine. You got the name of the ship, the destroyer you were on in the Persian Gulf or something tattooed on your forearm, God bless you. That's fine. Now, let's get to the boutique part.
Okay.
What do you sell over there?
Everything.
Vibrators?
Yeah, everything.
What's one of the more exotic things you sell there?
We have, like, blow-up dolls. I mean, we sell a lot of those.
Do those move pretty good?
Well,
I mean,
we have one that, they took the whole molds from her body and stuff. And
Do people walk in and just buy these things?
Oh, yeah.
Put money down, go pick it up off the shelf, and
What's the most expensive
do they walk around with bags over their head?
doll you have there?
$300.
Really?
And people buy them.
$300. I mean,
Wait, people don't buy it, because women don't buy these.
hold on, that's six.
Oh, we have men blow-up dolls, and women do buy them.
No.
Yes.
They buy them for their gay brother who's too embarrassed to come in.
We had a couple come in about a year ago, and one bought a man blow-up doll, and one bought a woman blow-up doll.
Yeah, but they wanted to film them getting it on. It wasn't for themselves.
It's to put them in the car next to them on the freeway to make them feel like they have a...
So they can hit the diamond line.
That's right. I mean, look, and it happens so rarely you can remember the time it happened. These things are devised for men. That's what bizarre men are.
Hold on. Shut Drew's mic off. He's going a bad direction here. All right. What are some of the names of some of the marital aids you have? You have any good ones?
Like?
Animal names like badger or ferret or something.
We got a pig blow-up, a pig you blow up, and a sheep you blow up.
Oh, yeah. I got one of those sheeps,
Why did the quality of the sound suddenly get so much better?
Huh?
Did you walk inside or something?
What do you mean?
All of a sudden, it's silent where she is.
Hold on, Drew. What do you mean by walking inside?
A second ago, it sounded like she was at the airport.
Well, she was standing outside, but what do you mean by walking inside?
No, I'm back inside.
Okay, well, what do you mean by that, Drew? That's a ludicrous statement. Please, shut Drew's mic off. Making no sense at all. What, someone's whacking the head with one of those dildos or something?
No.
You're standing outside 5 minutes ago, and Drew said, what'd you do, walk inside? And you said, what do you mean?
Well, I didn't know what he meant.
Oh, okay. All right, well, if you didn't know what he meant, that's
yes,
fact.
I walked
Drew,
inside.
please. Okay. So now you're in there. Can you take a look? Do you have any plugs? Any butt plugs?
Oh, yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
How do those move?
We have some that vibrate and some that are just regular.
I mean, do you seem to sell a lot of those?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you do?
Oh, yeah.
Now, what's your return policy on any of that stuff?
None.
Yeah.
They
No,
can't bring
you
that.
can't. Not if you're fixing to put it in your bottom. You can't bring that back, can you?
They try, though.
What if you just swear up and down that you didn't take the thing out of the saran wrap?
Too bad.
No return policy.
No, they all come with warranties. They can send them back.
And there's no way the guy's going to get Ralph Nader or Judd McIlvaine in there, come in there and do a little expose. I mean, it's too humiliating.
Right.
I was at a place once where a guy was having quite a heated argument with a chick behind the counter about returning a vibrator, and he was like waving the thing around over his head, and I thought, Jesus, I'll chip in the $22. You just shut the hell up, Pops. Now, isn't it true that you test those things before you hand them out?
Yeah, we put batteries in every single
This is the most humiliating part about purchasing one of these devices, Drew. They fire the thing up, and you see people like are in the little masturbatory booths and stuff poking their head around the corner. What's going on? Is that a bug zapper? What's going on over there? Now, you have a lot of the big novelty stuff, too?
Yes.
You mean the stuff that's really not meant to go in anything, but it's just kind of fun?
Yes.
And the thing about those inflatable dolls, Drew, is on the box, they got a picture like Tina Louise, or some really hot porn star. But then when you blow the thing up, it really just looks like a raft with a hole in it.
Yeah,
and like some bad eyelashes stuck to it. I mean, it is frightening.
And we have, like, fake vaginas. We have where they were molded by the actresses.
Right. This is the thing that's amazing. There's a place out here called Doc Johnson's. It's out in North Hollywood.
We sell a lot of his stuff.
Oh, you do?
Yes.
The plant burnt down like 3 years ago.
What is it?
Doc Johnson makes these, devices where it gets a porn star like, Ron Jeremy or Peter North. They go in there and they take a cast of their penis.
Yep.
I actually did it, and they just they wanted to save time, so they just sent in some chapstick. But they take a cast of their actual penis, and then you can bring home Ron Jeremy's penis. I mean, it is down to the last detail, the last vein and stretch mark. It is exactly the same.
Exactly.
Now, whose penises? Do you have any porn celebrity penises on there?
No, we don't have none of them. We just have vaginas.
Uh-huh. What porn stars?
We have Janine, Christy Canyon. We have Chasey Lane and Nikki Tyler.
Ooh, that Chasey Lane is hot.
We have her blow-up doll. They molded everything. Her face,
really?
Her body, everything.
Wow, she's hot, too.
It looks just like her.
Oh, that could be my new girlfriend. And she doesn't talk, right?
Nope.
Oh, great.
She even kisses you.
She kisses?
Yeah, she got a tongue.
Yeah. There's no guy making out with her. Believe me, it goes right for the penis. And is the Chasey Lane vagina more than the Chrissy Canyon one? Because it really should be like an extra $1.50.
Yeah, actually, it's probably like $10 more.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you pay for it. Mm-hmm. Is there one in the display case that says Producer Ann on it?
No.
No. Wouldn't it be cool? I wonder if they could get like a celebrity to do that, like Charlton Heston's penis or something. It'd be great to find some celebrity that just got screwed in their, by the IRS or something that had to stoop to this.
Former presidents.
And I think you get a piece. That's Gerald Ford's scrotum. Come on.
What a funny penis you. It's very peculiar.
Yes, Rod Stewart's penis. All right, anything else in that display case I should know about?
No.
Anal beads?
Yeah, we got them.
They move pretty good?
Yeah.
You have the vaginas that take batteries that a guy can go out with?
Chasey Lane vibrates.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hey, could you send out one of those?
I don't understand. Is it just like a pocket?
No, these are like, we even have Jenna Jameson doggy style.
Oh.
How do you do Jenny Jameson doggy style? Does it look like a bike rack or something?
Because it just kind of like you could just like set it on the floor or whatever.
Uh-huh.
And then it has her butt and her vagina.
So it's like as if Jenna Jameson was sitting in like a foot of mud and just her ass was sticking out.
That's what it looks like.
So you put it down. I mean, you could also use it to like stop your truck from rolling down a hill. You could chalk the tire. Or, yeah, you could use it as a bike stand. But the point is you then just get down on your carpet.
Yeah.
Can you imagine the look the dog would have on his face if it was just watching you do that?
Dog, I didn't know all this stuff was going on.
Oh, yes.
I'm going to have 3 adolescents in my house, 2 adolescent males in 2 years.
We even have just pocket ones.
Right. Yeah, that'd be more my speed. Right.
What's the hottest selling thing there?
The hottest selling thing is probably, we sell between videos and vibrators.
Yeah.
Vibrators. And what moves the best? It's just the basic cheap vibrators?
Well, we have like the $80 ones. They're a lot better than the like $10 ones.
Really?
Yeah.
Like a real party going on over there.
Yeah.
You got a lot of the same guys showing up every night?
Actually, yeah, we have renters and they...
Oh, yeah.
Renters?
They rent the videos.
Oh.
Do you have the masturbatory booze?
No.
You got rid of those?
No, we never had them.
Never did have those.
No.
Yeah, the janitor strike of '86 shut a lot of those down. It's very rough. All right, Barbara.
Okay.
What are they paying you an hour over there?
$6.50.
Yeah, and no sales commission?
No.
No. Yeah, you go in those places, there's never any commission because there's never anyone walking the floor. You know, going, hey, why don't you try the vibrator out? You look like a vibrator man. Or are you a pocket pussy man? Okay. All right, Barbara.
Okay, thanks.
Good luck to you. Okay. Can you imagine having your penis, your exact penis, sitting in a showcase all over the United States?
Why don't we go to the break and just contemplate that for a minute, okay? With these profound thoughts.
Hey, you know how they make it, too. They get these porn stars over at Doc Johnson's, and they're totally naked. Imagine being part of that detail. Yeah. And you got to get every crack and every orifice. Okay. We'll be back.
Loveline with Dr. Drew and Adam Carolla. We'll be right back.
Hey, Mike, where's my headphones? You don't know. Okay. Hey, it's Loveline. And we'll be back in a scant 10 seconds.
This is Loveline on
Radio
station. KNRK is Portland. Rock. New rock alternative. New rock alternative. New rock alternative. At 94.7 NRK.
Loveline. Adam, Ace, Carolla.
Oh, come on. Oh, Ace Carolla I can deal with more than Ace Rockola.
Well, that's what my friends used to call me, Ace Carolla. But I like Ace Rockola.
No, that's too weird.
And Dr. Drew, phone number, 1-800-LOVE-191, fax number. Although I've not read a fax at this radio station in
3 years.
3 years.
I was offended last night.
Couple months.
What was the woman's name last night again? Carol?
Yeah, who came in last night?
Sharon.
Yeah, Sharon.
Okay.
Oh, what did I say, Karen?
Yeah, you said
Carol. All right.
Her husband was an internist like me and was like, "Oh, hey, you're an internist. You're a doctor." I was like, yeah.
Yeah. Yes. People, hey, listen, if you're on the radio, you get stripped of any qualifications.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, Sherry, you going to get some coffee?
Uh-huh.
Thank you. Make sure and put a healthy dose of the world's crappiest creamer, the stuff that Westwood One buys. And by the way, I had some of that Cremora stuff, and it was like drinking cream straight from the udder. Compared to this stuff they get from banging chalk erasers together back here. I think it's someone's idea of a practical joke, but I don't know what that stuff is. It actually says whitener on the can, which is a real bad sign.
Yeah.
Mike wanted to know how much I paid for it. Oh, that's funny. LT.
Yes, hello.
You're 37.
Yes. My question is for Dr. Drew.
Yes, sir.
I was, when I was with my girlfriend, we had sex quite a lot, 3-4 times a week, pretty regularly, for about a year and a half. And my erection used to be straight. It's now curved, and it's just that way now. And I'm wondering what's happened.
Is it painful when you have an erection?
No.
Is it curved? What direction is it curved?
Well, even though I'm right-handed, you can call me lefty.
So it goes to the left?
Slightly, but mostly back, like towards my stomach.
Well, that would be normal.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
but why the change?
Yeah, I'm saying I don't know why it was so straight and why it curved. I mean,
well, what do you think, LT?
Well, I'm assuming that we go at it pretty vigorously.
Well, that could cause some scarring and some inflammation on one side, and that would pull it to that side. I've seen some evidence that vitamin E helps with that, like 800 units a day may help if that's indeed what's
1,200 you're masturbating, though.
And it may be,
right.
You don't have to apply the vitamin E
you don't
to
put
the
it right on there?
Just take it.
I don't break open the capsule.
I see.
And it may be some early or mild Peyronie's syndrome. It's possible.
Well, hey, Drew.
Yeah.
Are all vaginas the same?
Yeah. Well, no.
All right. Well, yes or no?
What is the question?
Early what symptom?
Peyronie's.
What is that?
It's a scarring, a plaquing of one side of the penis that pulls it over that side.
Internally?
In the sheath, yeah, inside.
I know. Could a shape of a woman affect the shape of a man?
No.
What about her mouth?
No.
Okay.
But if you're constantly traumatizing...
Her neck's not crooked, is it, LT?
That you were getting that much of a blowjob that would affect the shape of your penis.
That's true. Well, you guys will know. I won't be here.
But
all right, so...
but if it's...
Chris Hardwick will be filling in that week.
If it's traumatic, then it can cause some inflammation, maybe some scarring over there.
No.
If it's vigorous.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank God I've never made vigorous love. Kurt?
Yeah.
You're 35.
Oh, yes, I am.
The word vigorous is not my vocabulary anymore.
No.
I do nothing vigorously anymore.
I've noticed that.
I nap vigorously. That's about it.
Intensely.
Kurt?
Yeah.
What do you need?
Okay. I've been married for the last 16 years, and I've lost all appetite for having intercourse. I'd rather give my wife oral sex totally. I'm not even interested in receiving it myself.
You lost it with her or in...
Well, I guess it comes down to I'm tired of performing. You know, just during the intercourse.
Why don't you want... by the way, are you spinning plates via the mop handle that's in your ass, or are you just screwing?
Well, Actually, the times that we do it, sometimes we screw, and then sometimes, it's a real good lovemaking session. But it's the intercourse. I feel like I have to perform.
Why?
And that's why I'm not comfortable with it anymore.
Why do you feel like you have to perform?
Because I've done it so much.
Why don't you just not do that?
Well, the fact that you've done it so much should mean you it's like...
Why was the whole act in the first place a performance and not an act of intimacy is the real question here. That's what I was trying to go for, Adam.
What'd I do, miss something?
Yeah. Do you understand me, Kurt?
Yeah, I understand.
Why did you have to distance yourself from the whole experience by performing?
Because there's a lot of times that I don't want it, and
then why do you do it?
I do it to keep my wife happy, because I do anything for her.
You need to be refueled yourself in some way. This is why people need to assert themselves. Eventually, there's a consequence, a reaction to not taking care of yourself in an interpersonal relationship.
Yeah, but what about you receiving oral sex?
That's the point. If you're not getting what you need, eventually you get resentful, frustrated.
Well, the thing is, she will give me oral sex. She'll give me anything I want.
But you don't want it.
Exactly. All I want to do is give her oral sex.
Well, you don't even want to do that. You just want to go to bed, right?
Again.
Oh, no. Actually, I enjoy giving oral sex.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
a bunch.
I'll tell you.
A bunch.
Me and you, Kurt, we got nothing to talk about. We'd have nothing. We could go our plane could go down and we could be trapped in the Andes for a year and we wouldn't say one word.
Yeah.
Have nothing to talk about. All right, but Kurt, why do you look at receiving oral sex as having to perform?
I don't know. I don't know.
But do you?
He does. He just doesn't want to.
Hold on.
Right?
Shush up.
Right.
I don't desire to receive anything.
I know you don't desire.
I used to. I don't anymore.
You said that you didn't desire to have intercourse because you didn't want to feel like you're performing.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as you receiving the oral sex, that doesn't feel like you're performing. You just don't desire it.
Yeah.
See, that would require him to be intimate without focusing on performance, and that's not okay.
Yeah.
You see?
Right.
My wife's already told me that, I've got to continue giving it to her, basically, and I'm not comfortable with it.
You guys need to look.
I thought you said you liked that.
The oral sex.
Oh, giving her the sex.
About the intercourse itself.
I see. Okay.
Not the oral sex. She enjoys that.
I know she does, and you do too.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Listen, it's not a physical or mechanical thing. It's an emotional thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's all this is.
If you guys can't work it out, this relationship is in danger.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel that way already.
Yeah. And, it may be. Well, there may be a lot of other issues here that you're not aware of that you can't quite divulge to us in a few minutes here on the radio. But if you value your marriage, particularly if you have kids, please do something on their behalf and get to work on this.
Here's the deal, everybody. Everything comes out in the form of sex, but that's not usually where it starts.
Right.
That's not where the problem starts. That's where it ends up.
The symptoms begin there.
Right. Your dad beats you when you're a kid, so you don a leather hood, a cat of nine tails, and you beat a little ass when you're in the bedroom. But that's not where it started.
But the other corollary is don't expect everything to be idyllic permanently in every relationship. I mean, there are going to be, you have to work at relationships. These things are opportunity for growth and development in a positive direction. And we have to learn to commit ourselves to these things. It's very easy to bail out.
I got a car reference. Well, we hear from people all the time. Hey, when me and my wife got together, man, we're getting it on 4 or 5 times a day, 6, 7 days a week. Now, it's been 5 years. She's had 2 kids. We only get on twice a week. What's up? And it's like, it's really as dumb as saying, I got a car. When I drove that thing off the showroom floor, man, it smelled like new leather. It ran like a top. There wasn't a thing that's wrong with it. But I've got 140,000 miles on it now, and you know what? It needs a new tire, and the timing belt's gone, and I'm confused and I'm pissed off. What am I supposed to do?
I insist that you clarify that the car is the relationship and not the woman.
Oh yeah, okay.
You're getting awfully misogynistic.
But yes, the car is right. But but the point is of course it's been. You wouldn't ask that about your car.
Right.
I mean, that Volvo wagon of yours is falling apart. You're not pissed off. You've been driving the thing into the ground ever since you drove it off the lot.
Yep. I kind of like that thing too.
I know, but the point is why. It's been 5 years or whatever it is.
Yep.
You got to do a little maintenance. That's all. You're smart. You get the warranty like Drew. Dave.
Yeah, how you doing?
Good.
Maybe we can come up with marriage warranties.
No one would underwrite them.
No, it'd be like an insurance plan if you need couples therapy.
We need therapy.
Kicks in. Kicks in to go take the relationship in for work.
Yeah, it's like
great idea.
Your wife has a little lesbian affair with her best friend. Oh, that's not covered. I'm sorry. There's nothing on the paperwork that covers a lesbian
like a health
affair.
Insurance plan of sorts.
Dave?
Relationship
I've been going out with the same girl for about a year, about 14 months now.
Mm-hmm.
And her parents, they're both alcoholics. She was, I know she was sexually abused at an early age. She just told me about it recently.
Mm-hmm.
And I was wondering what advice, I guess my question was sort of for Drew, but also for you, Adam, what advice I should give to her about her situation.
How old is she?
She's 16.
She's 16, you're 17.
Yeah, that's right.
She's still living with the people that abused her, essentially?
Well, it wasn't by her parents. It was by a friend of the family.
Mm-hmm. And when she was young?
Yeah.
But her parents are both alcoholics and continue to drink?
Yeah.
Take her to a Alateen meeting. That's about all you can do.
I like Dave. Dave answers like a Japanese businessman. A Japanese always go, hey. He doesn't say, most of our listeners go, yeah, that's right. Dave goes, hey. Watch, we'll try this again, right, Dave? She's 16?
Yeah.
No, come on, give me the regular Dave answer. Both her parents still drinking?
Yeah, that's right.
But Dave doesn't know how to play along. All right. How come no one understands what I'm saying ever, Drew?
I don't know.
All right. It's a tough situation, Dave. And believe me, you got your work cut out for you.
Yeah.
You do. And I'm not saying that people who are abused or who come from broken families don't deserve love. They're just like dogs that come from broken homes and were abused. They deserve owners, but man, get ready to clean up the carpet.
Well, the thing is, the problem now is that, once in a while her dad will hit her or something like that will happen. And I've almost had to force her to tell me about it. Like, she doesn't want to tell me about it.
Force her to open up about what's going on. Take her to an Alateen meeting. Encourage her to report any abuses. And get her some help if she can get it. You're not going to be able to make a change here, Dave. You can be a supportive ear, you can be available to her, but you cannot change what is going on here. It's a mess.
Oh, I don't have kids, but if I did, and I had a young boy, I would want him to date a woman that was raised in a laboratory.
Mm-hmm. Like some veal.
Yes.
Hang on the wall.
A little dark cage, where the window wasn't even cracked to let in the outside world. Oh. Some people, because by the time you're 16 these days, hell, just having cable's enough to screw you up. But
that's right.
Watching enough of that Stephen J. Cannell and Aaron Spelling is enough to destroy you. But having alcoholic parents and the sexual abuse, work is cut out for young Steve. Dave. We have such a personal relationship with each and every one of our listeners. Who's that? Steve? Dave. Jamie.
Huh? Yeah.
What's going on there, you little 14-year-old pumpkin, you?
Well, I'm going out with a 17-year-old boy. He's almost 18.
On the what team?
He's almost 18.
Almost 18.
Yeah.
Did you hear the same thing I heard?
He's on the skate team.
That's what I heard.
He's on what team? He's on skate team. Yeah, he's almost 18.
Yeah, and my friends at school are telling me that kids that age that go out with younger...
Speak up, Jamie. Can't hear you. Are you at home or something?
Yeah, and I'm trying not to kick out on the phone.
Mm-hmm. I can hear.
Anyway, and everybody's telling me he only wants sex out of a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
That would be many 17-year-olds are sort of that way. He's
a senior?
Yeah.
In your 9th grade?
Yeah.
We have kind of a problem with that already. For you. It's all right. It's understandable you'd want to be with the upperclassmen and stuff, but it'd be hard for you to judge.
He has a criminal record.
Now we're really against it.
What would that be? Tax evasion?
Huh?
Tax evasion? Some sort of white-collar crime, perhaps?
Laundering?
Embezzlement scheme?
Drug possession and joyriding, and he has a long record behind that too.
That's nice. Doesn't seem like joyriding should be such a bad crime. Hey, you're joyriding.
Well, he's also been physically aggressive and burned down a house and...
Why do you want to be with somebody like that?
This guy seen a rap band or something?
Huh?
Why do you want to be with somebody like that?
Well, he's trying to clean up his act and...
Why do you want to be with somebody like that?
I don't know. I don't really go for what they've done. I go for their personality.
Okay, Jamie, that personality is the one that burns down houses and is aggressive and violent. Doesn't change. It doesn't change.
By the way, you are what you've done. If you're in the Klan, that's what you are. And if you killed somebody, that's what you are. And you know the other side that everyone's trying to see? Not interested. That's what you are. That's enough. There's so many people out there who aren't in the American Nazi Party and who haven't killed anybody and who aren't pedophiles and aren't alcoholics and aren't heroin addicts. Just go date one of them. That's all right. As a matter of fact, I would be pissed if I wasn't getting laid and this guy who was burning down houses and joyriding was. What's wrong with you? Why are you interested in this guy?
What happened in your background?
In my background, in 8th grade, everybody picked on me, spit on me, teased me, taunted me.
Why?
I don't know.
What happened to you before that?
No. I don't buy that for a second anyway, Jamie.
Well, okay.
What was your family like?
My family?
Yeah.
I mean, like, the people that I live with and stuff.
You know why?
Uh-oh.
Did you grow up in foster homes?
No, I was adopted at a very, very young age.
You don't consider them your family, though?
Well, I do, but I mean, I was trying to think how I...
I think we've hit an all-time miscommunication low on this show. My family? Yeah. I mean, the people I live with...
People I grew up around.
Grew up around?
That's not a miscommunication. That's an all-time low for how far the family unit can sink.
Maybe she thought you said violent.
Well, my brother, he's been abusive towards me.
Physically abusive?
Yeah.
And by the way, God bless 8th graders for taking advantage and further abusing the people that were abused when they were in childhood.
What do you mean?
Well, her 8th grade peers used to spit on her and throw stuff at her.
Oh, kids are great. Kids are wonderful. I mean, we had a kid named Dean Boysen in our 6th grade class. He had a horrible heart condition. I'm sure he died 2 years after the 6th grade. He had such a problem with his heart, some sort of congenital heart condition.
Hands would turn purple?
Hands purple, lips purple.
Yeah.
The kid was bad. I'm sure he never made it. He never graduated high school, this kid. He probably never graduated junior high. Sweet guy. Probably died. His name was Dean Boysenberry. And he was purple. You get it?
R.
The guy's dying, everybody. You know?
Yeah.
Oh,
isn't human nature wonderful?
Oh, human nature. They're beautiful, these people.
If people ever want to know what human nature is really about, just look at that.
Hey, this chick got felt up by her brother and screwed over by her parents. Let's spit on her. But the reality is, Jamie, is you act out in some way because you were abused,
right.
And then they spit on you.
I have a history of throwing temper tantrums and ending up in the hospital for it.
Psychiatric hospital.
Well, no, the medical hospital.
Oh, okay.
They escorted me in
All right.
the ambulance.
Jamie. Listen, sweetie, no dating for you for a little bit. I smell trouble here.
Yeah.
Oh boy, do I smell trouble.
Yeah.
I would rather go into a prison and pull a guy out and have him date you than have you choose a guy to date.
Yeah.
I really would.
Every choice you make is going to be an acting out of all the aggression and pain and misery that other people have inflicted on you. It doesn't have to be that bad, Jamie.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I think the arsonist who was packing heat and joyriding, who's a senior in high school. And by the way, if this guy's a senior, he could be 27. Oh, boy. All right, everybody. You don't think the government should get involved with the kids? I think they should get involved.
What do you
Pretty
mean?
involved with everything else.
Oh, I said the kid child rearing.
Think how involved they are in your car.
Yeah.
Smogging and registration and insurance. You don't go anywhere unless your car's all up to snuff, and they're all over you. Just what about a little registration, little license, little something for the kids? You know what I'm saying? All right, more social commentary after this.
Loveline will be right back.
I didn't even take algebra. I didn't learn a thing in school.
That's amazing.
Drew's kids are going to. There's those kids will have like twice the education I had by the time they're in the
Ninth grade.
No, I'm going fourth. Although I knew Clay. I knew Clay.
You had to put a coil pot together.
When I was, as I've said many times, I was a ceramics major. That people think I'm kidding. Absolutely not. And that was in high school, by the way. We had to declare a major. I went ceramics, but I had a very cruel ceramics class. And what happened with my ceramics class is it was a bunch of deviants who were in this class, and
imagine that. Some
kid, I think his name was John. I think it was John Tyler. John got he made Mr. Snow Miser. Okay, remember the cartoon, the Christmas Year Without a Santa Claus. Thank you, Engineer Mike.
Oh yeah.
He's Mr. Heat Miser, Mr. Heat Miser, Mr. Snow Miser.
Right.
I think he made Mr. Heat Miser. He's Mr. 101 or 103. I can't remember. Anyway, he made Mr. Heat Miser, and somebody broke Mr. Heat Miser when it was in his locker. And then John retaliated. This is how gang violence flares up in the city. He retaliated against some other kids like Coil Pot by destroyed everyone's project.
Oh my God.
And then once in a while, someone would put like a bomb in the kiln, because if there's an air bubble inside the clay, and you put it in the kiln,
explodes.
It blows up, takes out the whole shelf. So somebody put it like a claymore mine in there and just blew up a shelf. And then I used to come into class and go, listen, I had a 20-pound block of clay. Where is it? And everyone would look at me, and finally some kid would go, why don't you look out the window? I look out the window, it's on the drainage grid.
Oh.
The grid or the grate. Just some a-hole tossed it out the window. Just destroyed it. I used to find hole number 2 pencils embedded my projects.
Oh, my God.
Oh, it was great. It's every man for himself. And Miss Miranda, who taught the class?
I guess as compared to your friends squishing poo in your head, the number 2 pencils are very distant.
Let's be fair, that was my neck and part of my ear, Drew. It was not my head.
How many guys? It took 3 guys to do that to you?
2 guys.
And how did you get back at them?
I threw a Dixie cup full of urine in one of their faces while they were trying to peek through a screen door that they couldn't see in, but I could see them. When it's real, it's real bright outside and you can't see in, like through a screen door, it just looks black. So you cup your hands up, you put your face right against it. I had a full glass of urine that I just pushed right in his face.
You didn't walk around with a glass of urine?
He'd actually filled the glass with urine and left it somewhere because he thought he was going to throw it on me. But I gave it to him right in the face. That was just part of my retaliation. Or many other things. It all evened out at the end. Sonny.
Yeah.
You're 25.
Yes. I had a question for Dr. Drew.
Yes, ma'am.
I had a baby about 4 weeks ago, and the doctor told me no sex for 6 weeks.
Was it your first baby?
No, this is my second child, actually.
Did you have an episiotomy?
No, I had my second C-section.
Okay.
An episiotomy, that's where they make like a relief cut to help the kid out?
Yes.
Yeah.
They just make a little...
Not a little.
How long is that thing?
When the head comes down, the pelvic floor kind of expands to about, yay big.
Oh. Whoa, wow, with the snip. Do they have to snip?
Yeah.
Where do they snip? The bottom.
The thing expands out, and she's...
At the bottom.
Where the hang on a picture.
Draw the vagina, Drew.
This is, the vagina's coming like this. The baby's coming out here.
Right.
This whole area, this is this whole area becomes huge right here. And
it does?
You just cut all the way along that.
Like, it's like the Jaws in the Alien thing, the monster in the Alien where the jaw would extend.
Yeah.
And you cut it down there, how many inches?
What's that?
And then they sew it back up?
Uh-huh.
And do they give you anesthetic when they give you a shot of something? You gotta have time for that.
And they don't.
Man, you got that. Why don't they feel that?
Delivered a bunch of babies in medical school because this whole thing is all stretched out and ripping apart anyway.
Okay, all right. Now my ass hurts.
If you don't cut it, it'll actually rip through the vagina and the rectum.
No, but you can get both inputs at once.
I just don't understand how the human species survived in nature. I just don't get it.
Yeah, imagine none of you guys around telling you to get in your underwear 1,000 years ago and stand there for an hour and 45 minutes like a jackass. Sonny.
Yeah.
All right, so did you say you had that thing or not?
No.
She had a C-section. All right.
This is my second C-section.
All right.
And I was just curious, since my husband and I can't have sex, since we're totally going nuts, what about oral sex for both of us?
If you have a C-section, why can't you have sex?
Yeah, that's another question. I was curious about that, too.
Maybe he was just screwing around with you.
No. I would imagine there'd be risk of infection and also there's a lot of.
Well, she could certainly perform on him. I mean, she could have performed on the anesthesiologist while she was in the hospital if she wanted. I mean,
no, my husband was in there at the time.
I was.
Yeah.
All right.
I imagine there's some concern if you're having orgasm that something could be disturbed there, but I don't think it'd be a big issue. I don't know. I really don't know. I imagine my estimation would be it's not an issue.
No, why does that? I mean, why would it be any different than having your gallbladder out or something? You know what I mean? I mean, you had something done in your abdomen.
Uh-huh.
Well,
what's that got to do? You know, you're doing a remodel on the upstairs. Why can't you play in the basement?
Well, the basement is contiguous with the outside world in this case. And if stuff's going in there, you're asking for trouble.
All right. You know, I think these doctors just throw these things out and then want to cover themselves. They play it safe. Well, 6 weeks. You know. Now, if it was this guy and he wasn't getting anything for 6 weeks, you know, he'd sit down and think about it and be down about 3 weeks.
Or take his risks.
Take his chances, yeah. I thought the whole reason you had a C-section is so you could get it on later that night.
It just preserves the whole area.
That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm into preservation. Now, when it comes to spotted owls or redwood trees or endangered forests, but when it comes to the crotch.
The vaginal preservation.
Yes, the Adam Carolla Vaginal Preservation Fund. Please, give generously. Give till it hurts.
Beston?
Hello?
Hi, what's going on?
Hi. I got pretty... Well, I'll tell you my background history. My dad's an alcoholic, and my mom's a heroin addict. And I had a friend that he got kicked out of his house, and he came and asked me if he can stay, and I figured, yeah, because he was a friend of mine.
Is he an addict?
Huh?
Was he an addict?
He smoked pot, and so do I. And he stayed for like 3 weeks, and this was Christmas vacation, so there was no problems. I wasn't missing school or anything. And like one day I had some friends over, and my dad yelled, and it turns out he was missing $200 from his wallet. And until later I heard some friends, because he was bragging about it, he stole $200 from my dad. And he'd made a bunch of 900 sex calls, and he ordered things from QVC. Like,
at your house?
Yeah, from my house.
That's
ordered,
nice.
like, diamond rings and
That's nice.
Necklaces.
That's nice.
And that was, like, $1,200 on his credit card.
That's nice.
And ordered a bunch of pizzas and stuff.
Wow.
Well, I can understand the pizza part, but the jewelry's
This
pretty
guy's
out
an
of line.
asshole. What a delightful guy.
And
all right, so what's your question, though, Dustin?
should I go get him? Because he's supposed to be coming back this weekend.
Why don't you just call the police and let them take care of
Well,
it?
see, my dad doesn't want to call the police. He wants to handle it by himself.
Well, because he's into heroin.
One thing you don't
No,
listen.
my dad's an alcoholic.
Mom's into heroin.
I moved away from my mom. 'Cause
Just one basic piece of advice. Do not take the law into your own hands. You will end up in trouble yourself as a result.
You sound like Doug Llewellyn.
Who's that?
Oh, boy.
Who is that?
You see what I have to work with on a nightly basis?
Okay, Marge.
Now
you sound like Marge Simpson.
Realize what a difficult job I have? I really need a raise.
Who is he? I work all day. I don't sit home and watch TV.
No, so don't give me that crap.
Come on, who is it?
It's, Engineer Mike is feverishly pulling something up. Do you have something there?
Oh, he's the guy that stands at the end of the people's court.
Yeah.
Interviews people. All right. How do you know his name?
Doug Llewellyn. What do you mean? I sit home and watch TV.
That's right. I'm working all day, for crying out loud.
That's not working. That's research.
Yeah, sure.
The reason I can come up with these bizarre names and analogies is because I sit home in my underpants.
Yes, nice. That's nice.
And my buddy Snake and Gilgabber were both on the People's Court.
Gilgabber?
Yes.
What does that mean?
Snake's, I told you this story. Snake's pit bull chased a cat and gave it a heart attack.
No, I didn't hear that.
Yes. Nothing more exciting than watching folks you know on People's Court.
How did they dress for the event?
Oh, they look like idiots, these two. They're friends of mine, and I was just watching and going, guilty. And after Snake's kind of he's a little rough around the edges, this Snake, you know. He's a nice guy, but he doesn't like authority.
Oh, boy.
And he was jogging with his dog who was off the leash, and the dog chased a cat, and the cat jumped up on a roof, and then the cat jumped off the roof and hurt itself. And then the person who owned the cat sued him and his dog. This was about 10 years ago, right when all the pit bull stuff was at its peak.
Yeah.
So anyway, he after he lost the case, he went back and Doug Llewellyn interviewed him outside the courtroom, and he said, "Well, I guess you'll be keeping the dog on a leash now." And he said, "No, Doug, I won't." And he said, "Well, you're going to have to. It's the law." And he said, "No, I don't have to do anything, Doug." And he freaked Doug out a little bit. He was very combative with Doug. Patrice.
Hi.
I'll show you this tape, Drew. You'll never laugh so hard.
I love to see
my stoner buddy Gilgabber is explaining how the cat kind of bottomed out when he jumped off the roof, and he's doing sound effects. Dogs just heading around, dogs just sniffing around, and the cat kind of, it's like, "Hey, what's up?" And the cat jumps off, but he didn't really bottom out, so to speak, Your Honor. Patrice.
Hello.
Hi. What's going on?
Funny you should mention cats. I have you're the first of my official and unofficial research stops for this question. Okay. My husband and I are discussing birth control and vasectomy and things like that.
And what does this have to do with cats?
Wait, I'll get to it. Hang on.
All right.
And we haven't researched enough to know about its effect on men and longevity and all of that. But what he jokingly said, "Listen, I was talking to my next door neighbor, and they have all these cats. They take in a stray cat and boom, neutered immediately." And then the next door neighbor said, "And funny thing, they only live about 5 years after that." So my husband's thinking, "I don't think so."
So he doesn't want to get the vasectomy because he's scared that he's going to go down.
That his life expectancy.
It's an interesting point.
And by the way, the neutering of a cat is removing the testes before they really begin producing a lot of testosterone.
Although, according to this logic, Engineer Mike has about another 9 months before he goes in.
And the vasectomy is simply a tying off of the sperm ducts.
Mm-hmm.
And if it had
but Drew, do they have any research on this?
If it had any effect on well-being or
how long is a vasectomy? All right, we know
I guarantee you it would be
relax.
Not exactly.
How long has this operation been going around?
I don't know.
50 years?
At least.
At least? Yeah. Do they have any long-term reports on this?
Sure.
Nothing. Don't make a difference.
No.
What about any kind of cancer?
No.
Does it?
Patrice, at the second in which there's some evidence of anything like that, you will see vasectomy stop.
Or what about increasing well-being? In other words, perhaps if you have a vasectomy, you might avoid certain types of cancer.
No.
Nothing at all.
No.
If you have
well, what about the cancer of that one little thing that they cut off? That one little part that they pull off.
Right.
If that part was going to go malignant,
that little piece of the vas deferens might no longer have the capacity for neoplastic degeneration. Okay.
Thank you.
So what you're saying is, if you have a vasectomy, A, you have a doctor's visit, and B, you have a doctor's bill, and that's about it.
Right. And you got a limp.
You have
small limp.
You don't have children.
Now, I heard you saying the other night that it wasn't positive. It wasn't.
It's not 100%.
Okay.
What are you trying to talk your husband into it?
We're discussing all different forms.
All right, but are you trying to talk your husband into the vasectomy?
Not necessarily.
Okay, you're trying to talk your husband into the vasectomy, and he doesn't really want to have it.
Would you?
Well, I would if I was done having kids.
Okay.
Yeah. My engineer Mike had it. He's fine. He hasn't really had a chance to put it to use. It's all theory right now, but I think it'll work.
All right.
All right, Patrice?
Thank you.
All right.
Good night.
Well, then what choices do you have? Wait till she hits menopause?
The usual choices.
Yeah, but they're looking for something, they're looking for a long-term thing.
It's a tubal ligation for her.
Oh, there is?
Sure.
Have the tubes done?
Yeah.
What's cheaper? Let's just go with whatever's cheaper.
I don't know.
What's easier?
They're about the same. Maybe vasectomy a little easier, yeah.
Really?
Vasectomy gives you that day after orgasm, too, Mike, right?
Oh, yeah.
2 weeks.
The Big Bang.
Yeah.
2 weeks? Is there any orgasm for 2 weeks? No masturbation for 2 weeks? You don't want to?
You're in pain, yeah.
I'll tell you, I had a root canal and I still managed to eat. You know what I'm saying, Mike?
It's just you don't want to touch it when there's stitches on it,
Stitches are on the side, though.
I don't know. I think I'd go for the junk. I think I might go in with that, but I do that almost every day. No, not tonight. I'm going to... Well, all right. Very real fast. All right, there. I feel better. All right, we'll be back.
Loveline's phone number is 1-800-LOVE-191. Loveline with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew. We'll be right back. 94.7 NRK.
Hey, guys and gals, Loveline. Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew. Ace Carolla. Forget about the phone number. Forget about the fax number. We got Joseph. Joseph is 12.
Yeah.
That's true, huh?
Mm-hmm. I have a question for Dr. Drew.
Yes, sir.
My penis is, really small.
Mm-hmm. Good, you're 12.
Yeah, I know. My brother's is only 8. He's bigger than mine. His is bigger than mine.
He's 8-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
Really? Did your folks, now my grandpa used to mark the inside of the door jamb. It would have,
we have a big ruler stands up against it.
Would have my name, and the year, and then it'd go up, they do that with your penis over at home?
No.
No, they don't do that. Okay.
Joseph, doesn't mean you're not going to end up with more.
It's not a good sign, though, but it doesn't mean
no, it doesn't mean anything. The real growth occurs at puberty.
That's
it goes on for about 5 or 6 years.
That's right.
And you can't speculate. Don't worry about it. I'm sure things will turn out just fine.
Okay.
Is your brother black?
No.
No. Okay. I was just playing a hunch.
We're all little white boys over here, so...
Yeah. That's got to be rough. You got an 8-year-old who's hung better than you are, but...
Everything okay at home?
Yeah.
Okay. Spent a lot of time looking at your brother's penis?
No.
No. Just one quick water displacement test and you're on your way?
Yeah, only my dad makes us take showers together or something,
I see.
Yeah, save water, he says.
What?
Save water?
Mm-hmm.
You could save water if everyone just crapped in the sink, too.
I know.
I think 12 is about time to take your own shower.
Absolutely.
Actually, I do, but most of the time. Sometimes when we're in hurry to places.
Mm-hmm.
You take care of yourself and shower by yourself, right?
Okay.
All right. It's school night. You're up pretty late.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm off track.
You're what?
Off track.
Oh, okay. You go to year-round school?
Yep.
See, I'm hip to that.
Well, off track.
Yeah, I don't know what off track means, but I figure if he ain't going to school, he's going to year-round school. All right. Good luck with the penis.
Okay.
Hey, Drew, could he tie weight to it or something?
Nope.
For sure?
Don't worry
By the
about
time
it.
he was 15, 16.
Study your algebra.
You're fine. You're not taking algebra, are you?
No.
I was going to kill myself. I didn't take algebra in high school.
He's taking
talk about people.
Analytic geometry or something.
I know. I talk to people. I go. I didn't take. I never took algebra. I never took algebra in high school. I go, my God, I was in trig in 10th grade. I was like, okay, smartass, I'm gonna beat you now. Drew, does the penis really do the? Was that just a line of BS, or
No,
is that
true.
when the penis does it grow?
It does. It's growing during puberty.
And listen, guys, stop worrying about the penis size. Worry about how big your tongue is. That's really what women want. It is true. It is so true. Beth.
Beth? Beth? She's sleeping. Wait. Beth?
Can't be sleeping. She's been on hold for 5 minutes.
Uh-huh.
Beth.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Who's this?
Ben.
Ben. They have it up there as Beth. What's going on, Ben?
Hi.
Hey. What's going on?
I've listened to your show for a long time. I really love you guys. You're great.
Thank you.
I had a question for you, Dr. Drew.
Yeah.
I've been seeing a psychiatrist, and I went and I talked to my doctor, and he put me on Paxil for
depression.
Yeah, depression.
Panic attacks.
Anger and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I was wondering what kind of effect that could have on your libido.
Can completely eliminate it.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's okay, though, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you're really feeling a lot better, the people who really are depressed and are so relieved to feel better don't really notice so much that they lose their libido. The lack of sex drive, lack of erectile function, orgasmic function can diminish. Doesn't have to happen, but it's very, very common from these medicines.
Okay.
And there's a new sort of thinking afoot that if you add a little Wellbutrin into the Paxil, you may mitigate against some of those tendencies to drop off.
Well, that's my school of thought. I like to spread a little of the sprinkle a little Wellbutrin, like Parmesan cheese over the biscotti. Jenny,
Yeah.
you're 16.
Yeah.
You've been on hold for 101 minutes.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
Okay, family background. I was abused when I was younger, and my father died a couple years ago, and I've been abusing drugs a couple years now, but not really bad. And I was wondering, does any of this have anything to do with why, I'm really attracted to jerks.
Mm-hmm.
And,
You have unfinished business with jerks. Your father was a jerk, and you have to...
No, he wasn't. My father,
Well, who abused you?
Well, it was a cousin. And, I have, I don't know, I'm okay with all this, I guess, I don't know.
How'd your father die?
8.
What was...
Yeah.
Was he a drug addict?
Yeah. But I
so-
don't know how he got it or anything.
But he's a drug addict.
Well, he was, yeah.
Okay, so...
We'll go with jerk.
When you were younger, he was not available in a genuine and empathic way. And that creates a lot of unfinished business.
Yeah,
you have to go back and find guys who are jerky, just like Dad was, and try to bring things forward. But of course, when you choose guys that are jerks, you can't go anywhere. You end up just acting out the same cycle of abuse over and over again.
But I don't know, I had towards the end, because after we found out and everything, because my parents held this from us, from me and my sister, for a really long time.
After you found out that he has AIDS?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so then after that, he cleaned up a lot, and we became very, very close, and I think I resolved everything with him.
I promise you didn't, but go ahead.
And I don't know, just
That's nice.
With a lot of friends or guys, I can't, I don't know. Let's see. Okay.
Well, but understand, your relationships with men, close relationships with men, have brought nothing but pain for you.
Yeah.
So it's understandable that you would have some difficulty establishing those relationships, or at least selecting people that could potentially create a close relationship. You tend to choose the guys that are not available. And I would bet that if you did choose a guy that really was interested in you and available, you'd push him away.
All right, and if you only choose a-holes, then don't choose anybody for a while. I know everyone's got to be with somebody, but, I never got laid in high school. And look at me.
Still resentful.
All right,
Still
I'm
into
pissed
farting
off.
and masturbating.
Well, okay. That may be a point. Okay. That's a valid point there, Drew. Let's see if we can power through some calls. Carlos is 19. How can he get into the escort business?
We don't know.
Carlos?
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to blow a lot of guys, quite frankly. I mean, that's the way males work it into the escort business.
Keep going.
Not a lot of stuff for males screw around with males, and females screw around with males, but males don't seem to get...
And the blow-up dolls, all for males.
That's
Porno
right.
videos, all for males.
Karen,
Yes.
you're 21.
Yes.
How to rekindle friendship with bitter ex?
How long ago was he your ex?
About 2 months now.
Forget about the friendship.
You got to work with him?
Yes, I do.
Stay away from him as much as you can.
Just be cordial and move on.
6 months.
Tell me you had the biggest penis you've ever seen. And don't tell him about the new guy whose penis is bigger.
6 months.
Okay.
Then maybe a friendship.
Larry's
Maybe.
21. How to get wife to give him oral sex?
Yeah.
Can you smear a little pate on it?
She just refuses to.
Mm-hmm. Has she always refused to?
Not before we got married.
Oh. That's it. Why don't you take some like divorce papers and then push your penis through it like it's one of those one of those letter holders, one of those things you put your bills on.
Yeah.
Well, she's pissed off at you about something, Larry. This has nothing to do with oral sex.
Agreed. Okay? Figure that out.
You better get to the bottom of that.
That, or it may be something that she just finds distasteful for some reason. You've got to learn to accept that.
But don't chase her around with your penis.
No, don't force her.
Alan.
Hey.
You're 16.
Yeah.
Listen, when a woman stops doing something sexually, it's because you stopped doing something emotionally.
Right. And
really?
If you force her, hang on a second. If you force her, she's going to reject it even more vigorously.
All right. This Alan, his 16 girlfriend refuses to do anything other than kiss him.
You're 16.
How old is she?
I don't want to force anything on her.
All right. How old is she?
She's a month older than me.
16.
All right. Hang out with her for a little while longer. If you can't take it, move on.
Okay.
That's all. What are you going to do? You can't force her to do anything.
Yeah.
All right.
At 16, what were you thinking about at 16, Adam?
Farting and masturbating.
Okay.
Okay. Well, you're supposed to ask what I'm thinking about at 33.
Brian?
Brian.
Yeah.
21, can't orgasm only when masturbating. Why?
I don't know. Me and my girlfriend have been together for like 7 months.
Mm-hmm.
We love each other to death, but it's like...
different sensation.
Yeah, I can only satisfy myself. I mean,
You've had too many years alone, though, right?
Yes.
You've spent a lot of time with yourself.
Brian's a little bit of an anxious guy here, too.
Well, he's a little anxious, but he's not...
frustrating the hell out of me. That's
Yeah, but your penis is confused.
Yes.
What is this new environment? Oh, my God, I'm suffocating. I can't breathe.
True, huh? That's totally true.
Yeah, there is a definite physical sensation that you get used to if you just spend too much time alone, and then when you get into a new environment, it's a little confusing.
Yeah. Well, she's my first, so it's like...
Oh, she is?
Yeah.
All right.
How long has it been?
It's been 7 months.
7 months? You've been having sex with her for 7 months?
Yeah.
All right. Can she give you a little oral pleasure?
She's tried everything. Nothing works.
Really?
Frustrates the hell out of me.
All right,
It doesn't even feel good.
But you can masturbate and have an orgasm.
By myself, yeah.
All right. Can you do it while she's in the room?
Sometimes.
All right. Start there and just start creeping it in.
Yeah.
Start working her into the equation. That's all. First, do it with just a lock of her hair across your belly or something. Okay. And then you do it, like I'll do it sometimes with a scarf for good luck. You know, one of her scarves tied around my neck.
Like meatloaf, whatever his name is.
Meatball. You are the hippest of the hip, Drew. All right, Meatball. We'll be back.
You have 5 seconds.
Loveline with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
2.
Back in a minute.
1.
To some folks I haven't given thanks to
Quite some time,
yes. The fabulous Sherry. And the real unsung heroes of the show are the phone screeners. This is a job that I could never do because it involves reading, typing,
listening.
spelling, listening, and
making judgments.
And for the pittance, they get paid too. Haul it all the way out here and do a wonderful job. Always the first people here and the last people left when the night's through. And Drew, conversely, is the last person in and the first person gone. And gets paid, I was going to say twice as much, but maybe a little more than that. So I want to thank the fabulous Lisa and the beautiful Sherry for doing a wonderful job. Also, of course, the angular one, producer Ann, for rubbing her feminine stink all over the show. And who could forget the one-nut bald wonder, Engineer Mike. Always a spectacular job. So nobody looks up internet porn during the show like...
Faster,
with more efficiency than Engineer Mike. So, until next time, this is Adam Carolla for Dr. Drew saying mahalo.
This has been Loveline. The opinions expressed herein are not necessarily those of the staff or management or producers or directors or the advertising or anyone. They might be Bob's. I'm Bob, and they're mine. The producer of Loveline is Ann Wilkins. Loveline is a presentation of Westwood One Entertainment. We now return you to your highly tested, regularly scheduled programming.